Hello, this is a video that promotes an amazing new nutrient. Now, might be a little skeptical when I say that, then you can decide what you want to do with it. It's called God's vitamin. If you have been in the Old Testament at all, in Genesis, God discovered there were a lot of people who were worshiping idols and other kinds of bad issues. Prior to that, some of the people lived many hundreds of years, 5, 6, 800. One fella, which was the oldest living one recorded, Methuselah, lived to be 969 years old. Well, after this problem that the Lord found, he said that people would not be able to live that long because they just weren't that quality of a person or a group of people. So, but he did say in Genesis that man will live, meaning women as well, can live to 120 years old. Well, what's been preventing many people from living that long? We rarely see someone who makes it to 100 anymore. And that all has to do with the problems of maybe environment, maybe other kinds of things. Well, the New Health Revolutions has put out an article, and it talks about what one of the causes are. And it was promoted on 60 Minutes by Mike Wallace. It was also in some publications that talked about how important it was. The National Geographic called this a superfood. And they talked about how important it was to understand what made up this superfood. Well, it's a simple vitamin that can retrieve people from the brink of death, according to not only the article in National Geographic, special reports that have been going on in other places, Mike Wallace's 60 Minutes, and this New Health Revolutions by Dr. Alan Green. And it has been called a miracle in a capsule. So if you're suffering from pain, memory loss, high blood pressure, or any other ailment, and you've been praying for a cure, and you believe in God's power to heal, and I do, well, this particular video and all the places that I just mentioned back this up. There's this tiny northern European nation, and they routinely live well into their 80s and 90s, and even longer. And while heart conditions are at a record high in the U.S., they suffer from 80% fewer heart conditions. Cancer is out of control in America. I certainly understand that one myself. While in this health paradise has 63% fewer cases and 59% fewer hospital stays. Now, there's two areas that this article talks about. The first one I want to bring up is Iceland. Now, it reveals that the Icelanders are virtually immune to depression, obesity, diabetes, and heart disease. And 82% of adults rate have health as very good. And for decades, doctors thought the high intake of fish oil in this community in Iceland was the reason. Well, they found out that that was not the case. One of the things that helped them find it out was that there was a surprising reason Finland, another area, not just Iceland, but in Finland, disease rate has dropped 89%. Now, what occurred? In 1985, Finland banned all chemical fertilizers that removed sulfur from the soil. And this dropped the disease rate to an incredible amount. Back to Iceland. They found out that it was not the fish that was causing the miraculous health increases. It was, in fact, the Icelandic soil. It's extremely rich in sulfur and sodium. Sorry, not sodium. Selenium. Get it right. Sorry. Sulfur and selenium. Make sure we understand that. And what was happening was volcanoes were erupting and covering the soil with a fine ash that was loaded with sulfur and selenium. So it was kind of a God's miracle what was going on there. Now, modern medical research reveals their stunning secret in Europe's #1 health secret now can be obtained in the U.S. And we don't have to have a volcano spewing this special kind of ash and soil down, but we can have it because of what they've discovered. No, we don't have to move to Iceland. and that might be the one thing that you may want to consider doing. But this Iceland's most powerful youth-promoting nutrient was combined in one cell, or one nutrient. It's called a GSH-3 cell. And it unleashes the strongest defense against disease that your body possesses. Viewers, millions of viewers, in this 60-minute ad, I didn't see it personally, but maybe you did. Certainly millions did see the 60-minute. And they're starting to take this mineral. And because of volcano ash and what it did to the Iceland soil, and then the fact that Finland took and banned all chemicals from the fertilizer that removes sulfur and selenium. Well, scientists say that selenium fights disease by eliminating glutathione. It's a very important mineral. I have been taking forms of this for a number of years. I'm now 80. Okay, tell me I don't look 80. It's a powerful antioxidant, but it also needs to have sulfur involved in it, which I haven't been taking. Sulfur is nature's perfect anti-aging, health rejuvenating superfood based on a lot of research that's going on here. This new Health Revelations article that I'm reading from, that promoted not only the Natural Geographic and 60 Minutes and a few other sources, came out just late this past year. And this particular magazine, news, whatever you want to call it, was sent to me because of some of the things that I've been involved in over the years. If you've been watching my videos, you know that. But this was sent to me in late 2019. So it hasn't even been 4 to 6 months ago. I hung on to this report, and frankly, I put it aside for a while. Did see the improvements, and I put it aside thinking, well, I'll get back to it. Well, now I'm back to it, and I want to tell you about it. You do what you want to with it. I'll tell you in a moment. But first of all, the conclusion is in all this research and the study and the reports on TV and every other kind of thing, has a 63% reduction in cancer, a 33% drop in dementia, a 59% fewer hospital stays, 32% lower blood pressure, pain relieving joints, detoxed your entire body, and better skin and less wrinkles. Now, you know, we're currently having this virus situation. This came out before the virus hit the world, the US, and whatever. I have no idea if this has any benefit for that. But I'm about to find out. So I'm going to order these, and I'm going to find out how much it helps. I'm a vitamin and mineral partaker, partisan of different kinds. So I partake in various ones for probably 40 years. Selenium, not that long, but a number of years. Sulfur, not at all. And in this particular GSH-3 cell defense, there are other things involved besides sulfur and selenium that promote good health. And they are ones that provide us with antioxidants. Well, the sulfur study reports that since 1954, rates of disease in the U.S. have gone up in a staggering 4,000%. But since this nutrient has been introduced and found that 86% of Americans are deficient in this glutathione, spelled Glutathioне, which is now being promoted by the National Cancer Institute, says that the combination of sulfur, selenium, and the other ones in this particular nutrient has now started to reverse these things just recently. But they started studying it all the way back in 1954. And they were finding out that chemicals were destroying sulfur and selenium, just like Finland did. Probably 30 years later. Took them a while. Well, Iceland has discovered that for a long period of time. This article doesn't say when the first volcanoes put this ash in, but it's been a while because Iceland has been free of much of the problem, some of these diseases, or drastically reduced because of sulfur and selenium that's in their soil. And now the researchers have combined this into this GSH-3, and it's starting to relieve arthritis, free radicals, providing us with other kinds of benefits that we just haven't seen. Now, if this is really so valuable, why isn't it being promoted much more than it is already? Why haven't you heard about it before? Well, that's kind of what I thought. But it was really because it's just now becoming popular. Well, not popular per se, but being known and being promoted. National Geographic, this health research, some of the things that were on 60 Minutes, the National Cancer Society starting to picking this up. National Cancer Institute, really, not the society. And in this article, there is so many people with firsthand reports. This one is by Trudy Quinn. Nice looking blonde lady. Hair seems to be growing faster than ever. Another fellow, Charles E. Harmon, a black fellow, says, after taking this supplement for a few weeks, I am feeling much better. Gives me more energy and strength. Now, there's all kinds of people are saying good things about it. And asthma has been pretty much eliminated for this one lady. And this 185-year-old is walking faster. And just all kinds of things that have said they're really good for you to believe in. Now, does that make you want to buy something that's going to cost you a little bit of money because that's the promotion in this paper? Well, you've got to decide this. Right now, GSH-3 is being introduced. Hasn't been long. This particular one, not sold in stores, and it's really pretty new. Probably less than 6 months old. I don't know the exact amount. I don't want to be quoted on that. But according to this article, they're just now introducing it. But you can get one bottle, which is a 30-day supply, for only $19.95. Sounds like if you wanted to at least try it, understand whether it helps you in any kind of symptom you have, it might be worth that $19.95. You can buy more than one, of course, if you want to. You can go on a toll-free number and order it. But I want to give you a little bit more information so you'll have it and you will follow it up on your own. You might want to stop this video at some point and write these things down because it's important to understand it. You can order as many bottles as you... No, sorry. You can order up to 6 bottles, I guess, of this at one time. And you can return it for 90 days free, full refund. Even if you've used it all. And this just started in November of 2019. I just saw that. So this is pretty new. Like I said, I put it away for a while. But you can get this by going to the Nordic Clinical, a well-respected clinical for vitamins, nutrients, and whatever. And so they've gotten a hold of this GSH-3, and they're in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I'll give you the full address. Nordic, Nordic Clinic, 4737 North Ocean Drive, number 166, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, 33308 as a zip code. Now that's the address you can go and order it. Send them a check, I guess, for $19.95 and get your first bottle. Or write them. Ask them for information. You can do that if you want. Excuse me, I stopped a minute because I was trying to find to see if they had a website or whatever in this. It looks like they do not have a website that's listed here. You can order it by mail, and I just gave you the address. You can stop the video and do it, or you can call them. And here I'll give you the phone number. It's open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Toll-free number of 1-800-421-9115. Now, again, this gives you the full power of GSH-3 cell defense to help shield your body from the problems that I talked about. And your body, my body, is deficient in this glutathione. I spelled that for you earlier. And you can order, I guess you can order as many as you want. It's not just up to 6 bottles. But you might want to just go for one. Try it once. So you have the address, you have the phone number. I don't get any benefit from this. I'm not selling it. I can guarantee you that if you go and buy some of this stuff, I'm not going to get a kickback. My desire is, on my Health Answers website, is to give you some information about health and help you to find out some ways to help you live longer, stronger, and more enjoyable while you're here on this earth. Now, as I said before, I'm 80 years old. I've taken vitamins for the most part of 40 years. Just maybe a couple of years where I didn't because of various things, and I won't get into that for the moment. Nothing to do with the vitamins, just circumstances. And I will promote nutrients. And I just want to put these things on my website so that you can take a look at them, try them out. It doesn't make any difference to me from a monetary standpoint. If you buy this God vitamin that I just given you the video on, but it does make a difference to me if you, my viewers, live longer and have a happier life. Because that's the purpose of Health Answers website. Thank you for watching. And because I call this God's vitamin, and that's what this article did, I wish you the best. And I pray that you will live long and happy. Thank you for watching.